lollybo desperately trying to repair the track, but it looks like this is not going to happen. That Hetzer's just a sitting duck, and just like all sitting ducks, it explodes. Completely destroyed and takes out a fair amount of people standing around next to it too. So that's the perils of buying a tank destroyer instead of a tank destroyer with no movable turret. So I feel like it's time to prod the left because we're making zero progress in the middle and zero progress on the right. There's no cover in the middle, no cover on the right, so it's very hard for us to assault. And so I buy some paratroopers. And also I buy this Panzer IV. Why did I do that? I guess I wanted to kill that Achilles. I figure if I get the first hit on the Achilles, it is dead meat. It is done for. So all I have to do is drive up this tank, shoot it, and we'll be home free. Is my plan. Here we go. Get the hit. Shoot the tank. Oh, but there's another tank and all my paratroopers are dying on the left, but I don't have time. Oh, and there goes the turret. That's not good. So yeah, run away. Bye now. Okay, that's dead. I think all my paratroopers are dead. That's fantastic. It's actually not dead. That hit the turret, which is where everyone was chilling out, and the driver survived. But then it's dead. So that really didn't happen. Kind of a mistake probably on my part, just driving up. I don't know. Maybe that could have worked. But in any case, after wiping out all my paratroopers, this guy decides the time is ripe for an assault. But little does he know, those were not the paratroopers protecting the point, because in fact I don't have paratroopers protecting the point. I have Panzer Grenadiers, including Fritz Wagner and Randolph Schluter. Schluter. Protecting the point. So hopefully they'll be able to hold him off with their STG-44s, although he has a fair amount of cover attacking this point. Very nice wall for him to hide behind. But it will not save him. Or will it? I don't know. I cannot remember. Look, this guy's name is Gunther Hellman. That's almost like Gunther Hermann from Deus Ex. They delayed Deus Ex 3 for complex financial reasons. Actually not complex. Final Fantasy 14 was a piece of shit, so they want to move all their good stuff into another quarter so their profits look better. Alright, so I'm kind of worried about all these people chilling behind that wall. Oh, this other guy has Panzerfaust, I just realized, so he's moving off into some bush, and none too soon, because giant fucking tank has shown up. So the idea is to get Mr. Panzerfaust dude to kill the Centurion, because that is not a good tank to fight. And look, they're Anzac people. Those are one of the hero units the British can buy. Anzac stands for Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, or Australia, New Zealand Army Corps, or a bunch of crazy people, because they wear funny hats. But in any case, this is looking pretty ugly for me, so I'm just telling everybody to go prone. Just hold out as long as you can. There are like 8 machine guns on this tank, and not to mention the Anzac are pumping bullets into you, so just get down, chill out, let Mr. Panzer Grenadier Jonas Zimmerman sneak up and nail the Centurion. And in fact, it's looking okay. I'm a little worried about all these Anzac people, but I figure their eyes are all focused on the assault. Certainly the Centurion's eyes were all focused on the assault, so I'm just going to crawl forward and hit it with Panzerfaust. And unfortunately the Panzerfaust doesn't penetrate. Inexplicably. I don't know why it didn't work, but whatever. And of course, when life gives you lemons, you say fuck you and pull out your AT grenade, because that's you just little submachine gun infantryman certainly has to get closer, but whatever. Panzerfaust won't do it. Try the AT grenade, and hopefully he's gonna make it. I'm a little worried about him being out in the open, but all he has to do is get close enough to chuck this thing, and there we go. It's away, and yeah, that's the best feeling ever. Men of War actually has a fair amount of this stuff. The engine is on fire, by the way, so although that tank looks fine, very soon it's not going to be fine, and in fact, those people jumping out are pretty good evidence of that. So, yeah, an entire Centurion taken out, not even by a Panzerfaust, just with that one little man. So this kind of stuff happened all the time in Men of War. It happens a little less in Assault Squad, because everything's got better view ranges. It's more realistic. People can't just, like, walk right by you and be, like, unseen. But it certainly can happen, especially if you're very good about hiding in bushes, creeping up behind people, and especially if they're not adequately supporting their tank with infantry. You should really have a ring of infantry around your tank as ideal, because then no one's going to be able to get close enough to you. Like, they'll have to pass through infantry to do anything. So, victory for me, but a minor victory on the scale of things, because although Lollybo's got a Tiger, which has been helping out a bit, the veteran Tiger has now been knocked out by a Firefly in the side, which is really how a lot of Tigers were knocked out probably in World War II. Fireflies going around the side. The British putting 17 pounder guns on their Shermans, because they were like, we need big guns on these Shermans to knock out these Tigers, and, it turns out it worked. They had to flip the guns sideways, though, to fit it in the turret. Obviously not sideways like left to right, but sideways like up and down. Like imagine you're staring at the gun, then it rotates clockwise 180 degrees or something. That's what they did. 90 degrees. I think that's what they did. And if you look very closely on the Sherman Firefly, you can see on the back of the turret, there's a little box. Yeah, you see that box? They had to extend the turret out backwards because the 17 pounder was so big. So really, it was just like a fucking 17 pounder stuck on top of a Sherman. Like, not exactly amazing engineering. They're like, let's just stick this thing. But one of the downsides is that it's still a Sherman, so if you drive close enough for a Panzerfaust to hit you, a Panzerfaust will hit you, and you will be destroyed. So, although nice job by our opponents knocking out the Tiger with a Firefly, we got them back in turn. But yeah, looking pretty bad for us. They have 60 points, we have 1 point. We're really not having any luck attacking the middle, attacking the right, attacking the left. And that's a crazy little Jeep with a machine gun. Beep beep. I have a Jeep. And it comes with the Graham Carrier, Bren Carrier 2. Oh look, someone else is talking to me in the bottom right, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I buy a light tank, a lightish tank, not a light tank, a Panther 4. Panther 4 is a heavy tank, a very heavy tank, but not the heaviest of tanks. I didn't buy the one with side skirts, I just bought the sort of vanilla Panzer 4. I'm like, let's just drive up and shoot a bunch of stuff. We've knocked out 90% of their AT. I don't think they have anything heavy anymore. Keep in mind we knocked out a Centurion, a Firefly, crap ton of Matildas, and a Cromwell at least. So I think and the Achilles, and who knows what the Tiger killed. So I'm feeling pretty good about their anti-tank capabilities. So I buy the lightly armored Panzer 4, lightly comparatively, not lightly in the scheme of things. Still rather heavily armored, but so yeah, I'm sending that up, and they sent some infantry over in that bush. You can see how well that worked. And there's a light vehicle bought by lollybo, and it looks like my Panzer IV did some damage, but unfortunately they have a 3.5-inch Mark something AT gun, and it turns out that's the stupid Jeep with the AT gun on it. I thought that was a machine gun Jeep, but it turns out it's got both. So I'm telling lollybo, dude, this is not going to happen. You're just getting owned, like completely owned by the Jeep, and he didn't listen, and he got killed. Yeah, so it's a 3.7 millimeter or inch cannon on the Jeep apparently, and also they have a sort of flak 88 sort of thing. Boom! There goes the Dodge WC, stupid Jeep. We'll see the flak 88 thing later probably in this video, so we'll talk about that then. And at some point I bought a Pack 40 because I was tired of their infantry rampaging all over, but the Pack 40 is providing excellent fire support. It has killed quite a few infantry so far, just shelling their position quite a bit, and that's letting our people move up and almost take the middle, is what it looks like. But unfortunately here comes the Churchill, so another tank. There's that 3.7 inch. That actually did some of the damage to my Panzer IVs, I think what happened, and then the Jeep finished it off. But yeah, that thing is going to be a big pain because that's basically a flak 88, a large artillery piece that's going to be shelling us. It's a direct fire artillery piece, I believe, but still a big gun, so big problem. And unfortunately, their tank is getting some shots at my Pack 40. Pack 40 not penetrating the tank. lollybo repairing his Tiger, by the way, very important to note. And yeah, I want to take this tank out, so I'm trying to get a PCR, but that's just a tough shell to switch to. The UI is a little glitchy. As I'm sure you've noticed. And then if you tell them to switch to APCR and then attack someone, they'll be like, and then attack a tank, they'll be like, oh, a tank, I know what to load to fight a tank. I'm going to put AP shells in there. So they'll unload the ACPR and put this APCR. They'll unload the good stuff and put in the armor-piercing stuff. I don't know what I was looking for on this tank. Yeah, so that's pretty dumb. Like if you tell them to attack infantry, they'll be like, I know what to use for infantry, it's the HE shell, and they'll put that in, and that's smart. But like, if you already have an armor-piercing composite round or whatever APCR stands for in the gun, and I tell you to attack a tank, like use that. Don't load an AP shell.